What idiot put that there? Ah, stupid. Hello again. Just on my way to another, get my words right, on my way to another clay shoot. Right, well, interesting. All the buzz is about the Nissan Leaf charge gate. Anyway, there's not much I can add to it. It is what it is. Why Nissan did it, I don't know. If you want to listen to a very good one about it, that would be Mr. Orlome or Alome. He's got another living with the Renault Zoe out at the moment. Hashtag, I think it's 38. Anyway, as far as this car's concerned, we've had no... I mean, everybody bangs on about the charge gate affair with the Leaf, but nobody's really got any issues, as far as I know, other than me, with the Renault Zoe and the charge scheduler problem. Anyhow, getting back to charging, range-wise, on this one, which is the 40 kilowatt, 41 kilowatt battery, the situation seems to be that it's more readily accepts lower charge rates, like the 7 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt. Although that said, the last time we went to Tesco, it bulked out completely and wouldn't have anything to do with the 3 kilowatt at the time. We went to do a bit of shopping, and to be fair, we'd got a fair amount of charge in the battery at the time, so probably we didn't really need it, but both bays were empty. I usually leave a little card in there. The little card just lets you know that if I'm in your way, give me a ring and I'll shift it straight away. But generally speaking, we don't leave it longer than it's needed anyway, and I tend to move it unless it's impossible because of the car parking situation, but I do try to behave myself on that one. Yeah, as I say, it does seem to accept charge a bit more readily on the lower charge points. We are planning a longer range trip, but because the wife will be with me, I'm not too sure how much filming I'm going to be able to get in. That said, I might do a little bit on charge points. The journey will be about 168 mile, which is the range of this car. I'm not expecting to get the full 186 mile range out of this because the weather really isn't that brilliant, although I reckon it's going to pick up soon, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. They don't seem to be able to get it right from one day till next, do they? Anyhow, right, well, not much else to say about it. We were planning on this trip on doing probably a two-stopper, but it all depends. It's all going to depend a lot on the road conditions, how busy it is, what sort of speeds we're doing, what roads we're using, etc. And that does make a massive difference, and I think I've mentioned this before. Anyway, as far as the charge rate on this car is the R90, and it does the 22 kilowatt onboard charger. It can't use the 43, well, it can use the 43 kilowatt rapid chargers, but only at 22 kilowatt. It doesn't accept charge any faster even though you're using a 43 kilowatt, it'll only accept it to a maximum of 22. So we expect that it won't be any better than that. And we have used the 43 kilowatt chargers before. That said, a few people have complained that the 43 kilowatt chargers on the AC side have not been producing 43 kilowatt maximum charge. And I know that Aloma's mentioned this in some of his videos and some of his previous videos. And because of that, it doesn't really affect us as much, as long as it doesn't drop below 22 kilowatt. I believe we should be okay on that score. It does take longer on this car to charge. It would under normal circumstances if you were, I don't know, fully flat or something. Although you would never let it get that far. It's like crazy speed, that is. Yeah, if you were fully flat, something like that, maybe about an hour and a half at maximum. You'd get enough in it in an hour to get you where you need to go. But you'd never really let it get that low. Right, well, much more than that I cannot tell you. As I say, he mentions in his video most of the stuff that I wanted to say. There's not much point repeating it. If you just hike over to there and don't worry about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I don't mind having a few subscribers. As I say, the other guys, and I've said this in my first video, the other guys are a little bit better at this. I mean, you wouldn't believe the way I'm filming this. The phone is held into some sort of bracket that I've got that's not really meant for the job, with two Nerf darts. Ooh. Get him going. That's it. And yeah, a couple of Nerf darts. So it is a little bit wobbly and whatever. If you excuse that, then fine. As I say, I'm not too professional at this. I said before by other people that this car has got active cooling. Getting all my words in a mess again. And it will cool the batteries down. The fans will come on, and as far as I know, it doesn't suffer from the same sort of problems that the new Nissan Leaf does. That said, I believe the Nissan Leaf is a really great car, and if you're not doing the kind of journeys, you really don't need to worry about it. If you're only doing one stopper or two stopper on the charge points, then I think the Leaf would act absolutely fine. There wouldn't be a problem with it. I think everybody is of the opinion that the problem with the Leaf is that Nissan didn't tell anybody before they bought it. that this was the way that it manages its battery. And I'm sure there's lots of stuff on the internet about it. If you want to get, more information, just put in new Nissan Leaf charge gate in Google, and you'll get everything you need to know about it. As far as this one's concerned, it does for what we want it to do, as I've said before. Most people's journeys, as I've mentioned, they're not that great. You don't need to be charging all the time or anything like that. I do find the advert on the radio very funny. The one where the guy says, if I plug my mobile phone in, will it go flat? What sort of mobile phone does this guy have? Is it a military field phone or something? Because for one thing, the little 12-volt socket that you charge your phone on, or even your USB socket, is only a very small ampage. And even then, I'm not absolutely certain, but I believe that the charge comes from the standard 12-volt battery that's under the bonnet, not the main power pack. And then there's issues like, if I wash it, will I get an electric shock? Well, here I am. I've washed the car a few times. In fact, you have to wash this car quite regular. We thought when we were getting it that the colour was a different colour. However, I like this colour, the shade of red that it is. So if you're getting one of these, just check, because Flame Red and Mars Red are two different reds. Don't get them mixed up. And this is Mars Red. Something that you have to keep your eye on when you're buying it. That said, we really like it, and the colour's great, but as I say, it does get quite dirty. So yes, I've washed the car several times, and no, I've not got an electric shock off it. In fact, the other one were white, and that got just as dirty. I don't know what colour really is the best colour to have. Probably grey. Maybe Mr. Alone has got it right. Anyways, yeah, and the other points are stupid points. I mean, how far can I go on one charge? Yeah, we know. Car usually doesn't go what they say it will do from the European testing standard thing. Okay. We think in summer we could squeeze about 200 out of this if you're driving carefully. It all depends on the roads, as I've said before. In winter, no, it'll be reduced. Anything from 100 I've seen it about as low as 138, but that wasn't very often, and as high as 180, but in the winter, that is. But that's a rarity and depends on the weather. A lot also depends on driving conditions and and that. So that's that point covered. I mean, and there is no exact thing. You can't say, well, how far does it go? Well, it goes this far, because, well, that's just fantasy. It goes how you drive it. There are limitations, obviously, and you get used to those limitations yourself. But with respect of distance, you just check your journey, see how far you want to go, see what sort of journeys you're doing. You shouldn't have any issues. It shouldn't be a big deal. And for any charge points, just use ZapMap. That covers everything else. But yeah, I do find that radio advert quite amusing. It is a bit strange that they would put on crazy things like, if I plug my mobile phone in, will my battery go flat? I don't know. Who thinks of these things, honestly? hope you like the April the 1st video. It passed me to stick a toilet roll underneath the back of the car to make it look like an exhaust. If you want to see that one, you can do. It's the previous one to this. I just thought I'd just put something stupid on for April Fool's Day. It's still up there. I don't think I'll bother taking it off. A clock that stops right twice a day, and it'll be April Fool's Day again another year, so might as well just leave it. Speed limiter. Yeah, it's quite foggy today. Not a fantastic day for doing this. Normally, next door neighbour is with me today. But he's got a bit of a cold, so he's laid up in bed. I'm trying to get over it. It's another one of those I hope I get 25 today days. Not been doing brilliant lately, and it's a little bit breezy, so no clay pigeons, by the way, if you're a new viewer. I need to know what I'm talking about. Not a lot else to say. As you can see, I don't have clear blue skies at the moment, and things are not, weather-wise, are not brilliant. So out, I've got about 175 miles on the battery, so that wasn't too bad. But I'm not going that far anyway, so I don't think there's a big issue there. Even if I use the heater, I've got it on eco at the moment. Don't even think I need it on that, but we always drive around on eco. There's no point racing around anyway. You get where you're going at the time you're going, and that's it. One time a day I used to think it mattered, but I don't think it does. And it's got worse with the amount of traffic on the roads nowadays. And if you overtake one car, there's another car behind and another car in front, and you don't get very far. You get one car down the road, you might get two. If you start risking your neck, you might get three. Don't think it's really a great idea to push your luck that far. Or as one of my relatives once said, better to be a few minutes late in this life than a few minutes early in the next one, which does seem to make a lot more sense as the years go on. Nearly there. So how we get on today. I must say it's not one of the best days for this. It's a bit horrible, really. I won't be staying too long, I don't think. Just do a round and then engage skedaddle mode. Yeah, I watch Red Dwarf as well. If you're interested, Mr. Llewellyn off Red Dwarf does fully charged. I'm sure most people, I'm preaching to the converted already anyway, but if you're interested in that, he does a great channel. Very professional, excellent stuff. Mind you, that said, he's got more edits than me. Not wanting to blow my own trumpet too much there, but I only do short little rubbishy videos. It's very informative. Okay, just about to turn, so I'll say bye for now, and hope to catch you. Hang on a minute. Hope to catch you again next time. Bye for now.